Welcome to another episode of Kiss My Assets.
The transparency, the openness, the communication is more than you could expect. I'm sold.
Don't let the fact that you don't know something or don't know enough about something hold you back.
I knew I wanted to invest. What better way to invest than to invest in what I already know that I love, which is real estate.
It was initially the 12% return, but it quickly turned into the people.
All right, we're excited today to have one of our investors, one of our early investors, Brent, on with us today. I'll say your last name, Huczel. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
I've been seeing that last name for several years because you've been an investor with us for a long time, but I want to make sure I said it right. So we're excited to have you in studio with us, and we also have, as always, our investor relations queen, Heather Andrews,
right title.
With us.
Yeah, and I think you've been since the very first project.
Yes, I have.
Yeah, Wilson, yes.
And one of the great things about Brent, as Heather mentioned, he's been investing for a long time. He skews younger in our investor demographics. We do have a lot of younger folks, but you've been coming to events for a long time. You're a familiar face, and so we're excited to have you in the studio to get to know you a little bit better. And I just want to start out. I already found out you're from North Phoenix. Can you tell us a little bit about your background and what you do now?
I born and raised Phoenix, Arizona. Grew up in North Phoenix. Still live in almost the same neighborhood, just a few miles away. I work for the family shipping business, and on the side, I invest in real estate outside of neighborhood ventures as well.
Yeah, I recalled that. Did you find out about us through ASREA, the Arizona Real Estate Investor Association, or do you remember how you found out?
Yeah, my mom actually clipped an article out of the Arizona Republic.
Okay,
That's a good mom.
Thank you, Mom.
She's always looking out for me.
Yeah, that's a good mom. We'll have her on next.
Yeah, we had an article when we first started, before we ever even did a project in the Arizona Republic. So it probably was that one, and a lot of our investors ended up coming from that article. So your mom clipped it and said, "Hey, you're a real estate guy. You're going to be interested in this."
Yeah, and she's not even an investor herself.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, thank you for the information. I'll look into it. And I did what I could back then. You guys didn't have much for a website yet.
Yes.
And I was like, man, I'm going to invest a small amount to begin with, see if it works out. And then I actually came to a Taco Tuesday night, I believe it was. And I was like, this is a legit company. They have a building. They're not just working out of the back of a car.
Right.
And then it was all running from there.
Well, thank you, Mom, for inspiring the connection here.
I'm going to send her a card.
Yes. So what other real estate investing do you do? Because I do remember that you had done some other real estate personally. So tell us a little bit about that.
My brother and I are partners, and we have a 10-plex, which is actually kind of around the corner from here. And
Awesome.
I have a place in Oklahoma, Munns Park, down in Rocky Point, Mexico, and then a primary here.
Wow. So what prompted that? How did you get involved, and what was kind of your first project?
Well, I bought my primary back in 2009 when it was, everything was on fire. Got to get rid of it. And then in 2012, my mom kind of urged my brother and I to get into the rental game because everything was, almost free. And we just started buying one-bedroom condos back then, and then we did a 1031 exchange up to a 10 unit. And
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great way to do it.
I mean, if you're going to be a collector, rental property is probably a good thing.
It's a good thing to collect because it actually pays you.
Yeah.
I actually call myself a hoarder. I don't want to sell anything, but once in a while my brother's like, hey, if we do this, we can do that. So
yeah. So when you buy the properties as you started out, do you go in and renovate them, or do you keep them as is, or what's kind of your game plan as you've done properties before?
Some are turnkey, and then others need complete renovation, which I actually enjoy. I enjoy the hands-on part.
So you yourself will jump in and do some of the work?
Oh yeah, I'll do the demo. I'll go source everything that needs to go into it. Most of the remodeling, I outsource that because I can do general repairs and such, but laying tile, that's not my forte.
Yeah.
You just like to smash it up first, which seems like the most fun part.
I wouldn't say smash
I mean,
because
very
that's
carefully,
destructive.
very carefully.
Yes,
Take it apart.
the removal.
Yes, very gently and thoughtfully with a sledgehammer.
And yeah, since have you pulled out tile before? Because that is a lot of work.
Yes, I have many times.
Yeah. So you go in, do the demo. You're pulling some craftsmen to help you do some of the finished work tile and some of that stuff that I've tried to do a little bit of it on my own, and I'm like, I need to stick with what I'm good at. So I understand you've kind of learned that in some cases you want to pull in some specialty folks, and then what's your plan as you buy the building? Are you wanting to hold it for a long time, like the 10plex you have now? So you kind of worked your way up to that.
Yeah, we bought it at a great time. It was 2019.
Yeah.
So now the value is probably double. Rents have increased, but our mortgage is still the same.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing.
Yes.
Yeah. And how did you build up to that? You had sold a couple of condos?
Yeah, we had a triplex. Then we had 4 individual units. And then after everything was said and done, we had 330,000. And we were like, let's do a 1031. You have to know you're going to do a 1031 before you sell all of them.
Yep.
To get everything
Because you have like
straight.
90 days to
Yes.
locate the next property, and then like another 90 days to close, something like that.
Yeah, there's definitely a parameter you have to work within, and it can be difficult.
Yeah.
But we did it.
So you closed the sell. You had identified some options, and then this 10-unit building, that was a turnkey one, or did that one require some work?
Every time somebody moves out, there's a little bit of work that we'll do to it, but for the most part, it's turnkey.
Yeah.
Which is so convenient.
Well, props to you and your mom.
Yeah, and now
And
I
your
want
brother.
a 10 unit.
You want
Now
a 10-unit
Now
building?
I want 2.
No, go for more.
I want 20.
Because commercial loans are easier to get than just to buy your primary.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they
Sold,
go off
done.
of the,
They're underwriting the property.
yeah.
And when they're going to give you a loan for your house, they're underwriting you, and it's secured by the property.
Yep.
But you're absolutely right. You do have to have a big down payment. You have to have money to put in. You have to have some reserves. But it's a great goal. So do you have a goal personally? You want to just keep rolling and adding additional units?
Oh, yeah. I want to definitely increase what we have.
Yep.
I say, and this isn't my saying, but somebody else has said it. You grow most when you're uncomfortable. And that's what I want to do, is become uncomfortable.
Yeah. No, that's props to your mom to get you going on that path. And you and your brother are partners on the projects.
Yeah.
Yep. So
And still friends.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
He actually lives up in Nebraska, but
Okay.
yeah, so we still get along great,
Yeah.
though.
So what are some of the things you've learned, good and bad, about owning property? Because you said you own one out of state as well. What's some advice for some people maybe starting in the real estate investing that you would give them?
Oh, I would have to say, know your priorities. I personally don't spend time, fiddling with my phone, going through TikTok or Instagram. I would rather go home and read the financials for my properties, make sure everything is squared away.
Yeah.
So pretty much just know what your priorities are in life and your goals.
Yeah, because I mean, to have done what you've done so far, you'd have to be very focused on your why you're doing this, on what your goal is, because you've done it really quick. It's pretty amazing. But you had some good timing there, buying some properties at the low point and then continuing to roll it in. But
Yeah.
you know what you're doing.
Until something happens.
What's something that's happened that kind of surprised you?
The way the whole economy is right now, prices don't seem to be slowing down.
Right.
But it doesn't mean hoard your cash, because as anybody knows, with inflation, cash becomes less valuable.
Yeah. So
that's why I'm trying to get more properties, even as everything becomes more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. So tell us a bit about why you were attracted to Neighborhood Ventures when you found out about us, and now
The 12% return.
Yeah. like I said, you know your stuff. So, getting a 12%, a double-digit return with commercial real estate that's a stable investment is something a lot of people are attracted to. The other thing, this is obviously passive income. You don't have to do the work.
Right.
You sound like you're somebody who doesn't mind doing the work. Some people don't, but it's also, was that something that was attractive to you with this, is that you could put the money away and you didn't have to do the work necessarily?
That, and I could put 10,000 in and again, not have to do all the work. And then in a few years, I get it all back with my interest.
Yeah. And then you can either keep rolling it in or you can do other things with it.
Yeah,
But-
which is convenient.
Yeah. And I know you invested in the first project, Wilson.
Hmm.
Do you know how many other projects you've invested in since then?
I think just about 6.
I know
haven't
this
done.
answer. 8.
Oh, it's
8.
8. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So some of the projects you passed on, was it just the time for you? You weren't ready to invest, or were there some projects you didn't like? And you can be honest; it's okay.
Well, I wasn't sure about the Broadway one, and then
Yeah.
I realized, oh, there's an apartment building being constructed directly
Yes.
across the street. I didn't know it at the time when it was available,
Right.
so I passed on that one. I don't know what other ones I passed on though.
Well,
Yeah.
after I'm going to sit down with you and we're going to figure it out.
Okay.
Just-
And we don't take it
No.
personal. That's kind of the fun thing, is you get to pick and choose. And the Broadway one was our first retail one, so it was a little different. It's going well, but multifamily has just been a great investment, and obviously you understand that business very well. So a couple other questions. So you're talking to somebody who is early 20s. They're maybe a college student or starting out their life, and they want to build a investment portfolio, and they want to do something with their time, whether it's do some of the stuff on their own with real estate or start a business or something. What advice do you give someone like that, who's just starting out?
I would have to say, if you're going to do it full-heartedly. Don't do something half. And the easiest way I personally think is through real estate.
Yeah.
I've tried the online, drop shipping. It's more hands-on than most people think. Real estate, at least through Neighborhood Ventures, it's all passive.
Right.
I don't even have to write a check.
Yep.
Just the ACH.
Yeah, it comes direct. Did you ever do wholesaling or flipping? Were you ever attracted to that? And
I have. I've flipped 2 places. I enjoy it because I enjoy the hands-on part, but it's so competitive. It's
you got to be hunting for deals all the time.
yes,
Yeah.
it's pretty much a full-time thing.
Yeah.
And I work a full-time job.
So you do all this stuff and you have a full-time job on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is his version of TikTok. This is what he's doing instead.
Yeah,
Yes.
which is it's all about those habits, right?
Yeah.
How do you spend your time outside of work? And
Mhm.
if you spend it on TikTok, you wouldn't own a 10-unit building. So
Yeah, and it's the power of habits.
yeah, but you also don't know all the TikTok dances.
No, and I'm okay with that.
Last question: is there a book or two that comes to mind that you recommend a lot, or that you love, or that you pass around to people? 1 to 3 books that come to mind.
Yeah, How Money Works. It's great for anybody of any age, because you could understand it being 12 years old. You could understand it being 56.
How Money Works. Okay,
Yeah.
I actually haven't heard that, but I'm gonna look at it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's I think like 120 pages. It's an easy read.
yeah.
Very easy.
Even
to
I could
understand.
read that then.
Yeah.
120.
It has
Great.
pictures too.
Oh yeah, perfect.
I'm in.
And How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's just great for all around life, not just business or investing. And then, as everybody else says, Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Yeah, did that had an impact on your life
Yeah,
when you read that?
yeah. Thankfully, my brother suggested I read it.
Yep.
And I've read almost all the Rich Dad Poor Dad series books.
Yep.
He's local.
He is local. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We go to the same gym.
Oh,
actually. I
nice.
can't say where it is, but I've seen him at the gym, and I know I'm not going to talk to him, but I've seen him.
Do you hold his book while you're working?
That's not a bad idea.
With a marker.
You know, one thing I noticed about him, because I'm a fairly frugal person. I get bags from like Lululemon and I carry them and take stuff to the gym all the time. And I noticed he was walking into the gym the other day with a Lululemon bag. So this is a guy who has all kinds of money, but he's carrying his stuff with a free bag that he got from a store. I love it because we know he talks about, you know, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. And that's something that when I read that book too, it had a powerful impact on me. So yeah, he is local, pretty cool. And yeah, this has been great. I'm super happy you were able to come in. Thank you, Heather, for joining us and keeping on top of the investments that Brent's doing. So we know
which ones I'm
which
not
ones
into.
you're not.
I've got a list.
But that's pretty much all of them. And hopefully we'll have some more soon. So thanks again for coming in.
It was my pleasure. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.